Today we're going to be looking at some entitled brides and grooms who think they're the main character. This bride fired her bridesmaids for not being immediately available to her at all times. So, maid of honor fired, ... I've been messaging our group chat for help with planning some stuff and the wedding shower, etc, etc. And they will read it and never reply, which is super frustrating. This is the entire exchange. Kova cancelled our previous wedding date and she was able to return the dress, which cost less than $30 in the first place. She's calling me childish and a brat, but yet she's the one seeking attention. Mind you, she's almost jealous that I got engaged in the first place. I'm just upset and I need someone to tell me if I'm a bridezilla. Well, I guess we're about to find out, and you probably already are one. Y'all are all fired. Why? I want attention. Dog, I love the hell out of you, but I have full-time college and full-time work. I'm behind in several classes already, and the semester is just started. I get that you want attention, and we love you, and we'll help you with this wedding and stuff. But please keep in mind that we all have families and stuff going on, and we can't always stop what we're doing to plan things, especially when we're working and setting things in stones as is. That's a pretty decent response. They're obviously busy, but as per usual, this bride's gonna have an issue with it. I work 2 jobs, and I have 3 children under the age of 4, plus I'm planning my wedding and help my sister with her wedding. Oh, and we have ballet, speech therapy, gymnastics, and I work under the table to keep a roof over our head, but I still have time for friends and family, even if it's just a message to tell them I love them. It's fine, I'll figure everything out. And then they went on a remove and world tour. Oh my god, they removed 4 people from the group chat. Dude, I love you, but I'm rushing to finish an assignment. I'm happy to help, but to just try and one-up people is ridiculous. I deleted the chat. Yeah, I saw you're acting childish. No, I didn't want them to get annoyed. I'm just gonna use that one group, and whoever wants to comment and stuff and put their ideas in can. I'm literally just removing the group, so I'll stop messaging everyone. This is your second wedding. You planned something. I took off work and got chewed out. I bought a dress I didn't need and even planned to cook for it as a favor, and you cancelled it last second. I understand that you want to plan the perfect wedding and have all the attention, but for God's sake, I just lost Brett and I have full-time job and school. Stop acting like a brat. Surely if you read messages like that constantly from people who are going to your wedding, you would understand you're in the wrong. But these people never do. Alright, we're done here. I love you and want to do this with you and for you, but let me get my effing homework done. No, I'm done talking. Go get your homework done. Then whatever, dude, you're gonna blow this marriage too. I hope so. Yeah, so you do not come across well in their messages. You just seem like a massive brat. And yet again, if I were planning to go into a wedding and they spoke to me like that, I'd just cancel. I'd not be going. This horrible bride used CCTV to try to squeeze a few more dollars out of the guest. Okay, so that person sent a video, I'm assuming, of CCTV. Don't know what you mean. Hey, so we're just looking at the CCTV and saw you had 2 pieces of the wedding cake. We announced that each guest must pay per slice. Notice that you only paid for 1. Can you please send the £3.66 ASAP? So let me get this straight. This person had an extra piece of cake and you're charging him for it. I've only been to 1 wedding. I didn't even eat any of the wedding cake, but you actually have to pay for it. I thought the people pay for it and then you all eat it. It's like a birthday cake. Could you imagine going to someone's birthday and then having to pay for a piece of cake? I swear you're meant to literally get it for free. And then if you look at that, £3.66, that's not a lot of money. You could literally get 5 Freddo frogs for that price. Like, why are you asking them for £4? This bride wanted a refund even though they were fully aware that their deposit was non-refundable. Okay, so they're aware that their deposit is non-refundable, i.e. they're not going to get the money back. We're really looking at some entitled people in this video, aren't we? I wonder what you all think. I picked a hair and makeup artist based on her clear talent, decades of experience, excellent reviews and popularity. But after I had a trial, I decided I didn't like her personality or how she talked, even though everyone else does. I'm sorry, what? So you don't want to go with this person because you don't like the way she talks? It's not making a lot of sense so far. I just didn't click and we have different lifestyles. I don't like your lifestyle. She's okay with not being married with children. That doesn't sit well with me. So basically this artist doesn't want to be married with children and you don't like that. I could never hang out with someone like that. Like, I feel like I'd always be an edge. By the way, this person who wrote the post, not the makeup artist, just want to clarify that. It's now next and I have to jump in here because my camera basically glitched for like a minute. But anyways, let's continue with the post. She also wouldn't do contouring that I wanted because she said it wouldn't look good, but the makeup and hair that was done was otherwise really good. Also, she took too many days to reply to messages and emails. I mean, who's too busy for that? I have a desk job and I reply to everyone within an hour, but I just can't move past my senses, so a few days later I cancelled her, and my wedding is just before Christmas. I knew the 50% deposit was non-refundable when I booked, but I want my deposit back so I can put it towards someone else. Okay, so you knew that the deposit was not going to be refundable, yet you want a refund. Let's read that again. I knew the 50% deposit was non-refundable when I booked, but I want my deposit back so I can put it towards someone else. So you knew it was non-refundable, you then signed that contract, gave her the money, and now you want the money back so you can give it to someone else. That's not how it works, sweetheart. She won't give me my deposit back because she said she's lost other opportunities and my reason isn't good enough. Do you guys think she should refund me? Absolutely not. And also, if you look at the bottom, it says there's 86 comments. I wonder what everyone was saying. Hopefully they were going against her and agreeing with the makeup artist, because if it was the other way around, they just seemed like a bunch of Karens. This bride made snarky comments about a bridemaid's anxiety and trauma, then booted her out of the wedding. Oh my god, talk about an a-hole. One of my closest friends, I'll call her Mary, is getting married in a few months. Bachelorette party, oh my god, I cannot pronounce that, apology, was a planned vacation out of the country for 5 days. 5 people are attending in total, bride and 4 bridesmaids, all of whom are great people, but I'm not very close with any of them. Everyone was looking forward to it and the agreement was we'd split all expenses expenses, including Mary's flight during the trip among the 4 bridesmaids, essentially giving the bride a free trip. Oh my god, these people seem amazing. If I ever get married, I'm gonna do this to people. I'm gonna make them give me a free holiday. Less than a week ago, I went through a pretty significant traumatic event. I haven't been able to leave my house since, and have become hyper anxious whenever I try. I started having panic attacks and became afraid of being around people. Mary was unaware of all of this and super supportive until I told her I couldn't attend this trip. I said I'm still happy to cover my portion of the hotel and her flight, and I'm really sorry and bummed about missing it. She said she was disappointed and felt I was being inconsiderate of how important this is. A little while after, she messages the group chat to say that my name isn't joining in their trip because of my anxiety or something, but at least she's not completely screwing you guys over and she'll pay her part. I want to stress here, none of these people knew about my recent event, and I'm not sure I'd want them to find out. I would have said something came up or something, but we didn't have a chance to discuss that. I replied, I'll pay for my portion of the hotel, which includes the bride's portion, as well as a portion of Mary's flight. They started bringing up all the expensive activities, and I said they'll cost less without me. It makes no sense for me to contribute to what will be a lesser bill. The bride then said if I'm going to be inconsiderate and miss all her events, not honor my commitments, financial and otherwise, she doesn't think she can trust me to be in the wedding, especially since I might be too anxious to show up. Okay, so let me get this straight. This person's went for a very traumatic event. They're kind of freaked out and still traumatized. They're not able to go on the trip, and now she wants to kick her out of the wedding. Keep in mind, she's still offering to pay for everything. If I were this girl, I'd just say, do you want to know something? Actually, you can all pay extra. I'm pulling out. Like, I wouldn't even pay for them. I said she's free to do as she wishes, and she basically decided I'm out. I'm upset. I paid for multiple things already. This flight, an expensive dress I've already had, altered shoes, specific matching jewelry, etc. The wedding is months away. This wasn't even a week after what happened to me. Exactly, she went through something very traumatic. She's basically still traumatized. And the thing is as well, she probably would have been able to go to the wedding. Like, she would have been a lot better, maybe got therapy, medication, etc. However, this bride's been a complete and utter a-hole. I messaged the group saying, seeing as I'm no longer a bridesmaid, I will not be paying for any portion of the bride. Additionally, as this is a suite suggested for 4 to 6 people with a fixed cost and there are 4 of you attending, I will no longer be contributing to that either. I hope you have a great trip, and immediately left the group chat. I feel bad for everyone who has to take on a higher cost, but it's not my responsibility. I'm an a-hole for refusing to pay my share after I agreed to pay. Absolutely not. Put it this way, if you're gonna get kicked out, cut the friend off. You're not the a-hole. That right there seems like an awful friend, and the thing is as well, they're probably gonna run their mouth about you on the trip. Even though you don't really know them, other people, don't become friends with them, because that bride is probably gonna paint you in a really bad image to them and make them hate you. This bride was furious that her sister had a new tattoo that was perfectly innocent and apparently would ruin her wedding photo. Okay, so we're gonna read what she says in this Facebook post and then shoot a tattoo. My sister just got a tattoo of big ash cherries on her arm and is refusing to wear a dress with sleeves now. How do I politely say either she wears a dress with sleeves, uses makeup to cover it up, or I'll have to find someone to take her place in the bridal party, because I don't want these in the pictures. I'm paying over 3k for pick of tattoo for reference. My mum says she couldn't strategically hold her bouquet to cover it. What is she gonna do, cradle it like a baby? So she did say it's big ash cherries. You're probably thinking, oh my god, did she get like a big cherry on her arm, like right there, like where her muscles are, like a big fat cherry? And as you can see, that's what the tattoo looks like, so it's literally harmless. Do you want to know something? If you're paying $3,000 to a photographer, just get them to edit it out. Has nobody else at your wedding got tattoos? Oh my god, they'd be proper pooing themselves. Like, look at that, that's harmless. It is so easy to Photoshop that out, like literally just pay them to do it. Or yet again, be a normal person and just realize people want to get tattoos, it's not a harmless one. This bride was just a horrible person who expected their friend to lose weight for their wedding. I'm getting married in 4 months. One of the bridesmaids has put on a crap load of weight since I've asked her. How do I tell her nicely she needs to take a few runs around the block daily? I don't want a fat heifer to ruin my wedding photo. I'm so pissed off. They know how much this wedding means to me and she just doesn't give a crap. As you can see by that screenshot, there's a lot of angry reaction, so I'm gonna assume that didn't go down well. And also, can we talk about this? How do I tell her nicely she needs to take a few runs around the block daily? Do you honestly think running around your block is gonna make you lose weight? There's many reasons for why someone could lose weight. Their metabolism could have changed, they could have a medical issue, be going through depression, be on medication, etc. Surely if you truly loved your friend for them, you wouldn't care about their weight. Yet again, if I was invited to this wedding, I certainly wouldn't be going. This bride who expected their bridesmaids to cut their hair for the wedding to better match with the other bridesmaids. I'm an a-hole for asking one of my bridesmaids to cut her hair. I hopefully will be getting married this October to my amazing fiance. We've been together for 4 years since we were 18. Over the past few weeks, my friends and I have done a weekly Zoom call to gossip and discuss the details. I asked them to all send me their intended hair and makeup for the day, to which they all did, and I thought it was a reasonable request. All of them went for a very similar, apart from Madeline. Madeline is the only one of the group who has her hair past her chest, and due to the style, she wouldn't be able to do the same style as everyone else. I gently suggested she cut her hair to be able to do the same style as everyone else. You've got every right to ask someone to cut their hair, however they don't have to do it. And I'm curious if you're gonna yap at her if she doesn't want to cut it. She asked if I was being serious and I said yes, that I wasn't planning on asking, but it seemed a simple thing to do. My friends were all pretty outraged over this minor thing, and now Madeline is saying she doesn't want to even be my bridesmaid. It's only hair, it grows back, I'm an a-hole. Well, of course that is true, hair does grow back, however she doesn't want to chop her hair, she doesn't have to. You've every right to ask her, but she also has every right like to say no. And by the sounds of it, no, she doesn't want to attend your wedding. This person was mad about their fiance's daughter dyeing her hair a full year before the wedding. So bloody angry, my partner's daughter, who is going to be my bridesmaid, has dyed her hair jet black with thick grey band at the front. It looks bloody dreadful. I know the wedding is a year away, but honestly, why would her mum dye it jet black when she has fair hair? It's going to take a while to grow out, so she is going to be two-tone. I've just told her mum what I think, and my partner's been told if it's not grown out and still looking dreadful, I'd rather chop her bloody dress up. F my life, he ... So yeah, by the looks of it, that person's going on a bit of a rant on Facebook. So let me get this straight. Their partner's daughter has dyed their hair jet black. Jet black, like it's literally black. You can dye the hair back. I wonder what colour their hair was like beforehand. Now, if they literally dyed their hair like bright green, like the day before the wedding, I could understand why you're angry. However, this is a year before the wedding, 365 days. Sure, like a month before the wedding, she can dye it back to her natural colour. This bride was mad at guests cancelling due to having COVID. I need to vent a little. It's been a rough week for me. We booked our venue 2.5 years ago. It was the most beautiful place I'd ever seen, and we fell in love immediately. Back in September, the numbers in Jersey were under 100, so we decided to keep our date and we mailed out our invitation. 3 weeks ago, we got our final count of 175. We were already disappointed as we invited over 225 people, but we were understanding, and at that point, we just wanted to get married already. Now we are 4 days away, and every day we've had people cancel who said yes about 3 weeks ago. There's nothing we can do as the venue was already nice enough to lower our contract number from 175 to 148. We are at 130 today. Had we known how many people would falsely tell us yes 2 weeks ago, we would have tried to change our date or do something. Okay, so I don't think people have falsely told you yes. I think they've just got to say. And during that time, if you had COVID, you had to isolate for like 2 weeks. So don't blame them, blame COVID. The flowers had to be ordered 2 weeks ago, and we can't get that money back if we cancel. And now we are paying a little over $6,000 to venue for people who will not be there. Not only that, but we've lost 4 of our bridal party because they contracted COVID this week. It's really hard, it really is. I just want to go get married and have a good time. But what took 2 years to plan out my dream wedding has been ruined by everything in the last few days. How do I enjoy my day without some of my bridesmaids? And what do I say to people cancelling days prior? At that point, it's just tough luck. You know, it's not their fault. They haven't went out of their way to get COVID. Or maybe they have because they don't want to go and they want an excuse. But put it this way, if someone got infected, they had to quarantine for 2 weeks. That were the rules. Do I understand why you're mad at them? Of course. However, it's not their fault. Like, it literally isn't. It's COVID. This bride expected their photographer to give them a refund because they didn't agree with their support of BLM. Hi blank, I'm sorry to say that we're requesting a refund and a deposit for our wedding. We've done a lot of talking. We cannot bring ourselves to support anyone who's so outspoken on matters that simply do not concern them, as well as someone that does not believe that all lives matter. Okay, so I see where this is coming from. Oh god. I think a lot of times whenever people talk about all lives matter, they don't realize what BLM means. It's kind of like pride as well. They see it as an attack on them when it's not. It's really not at all. We would be truly embarrassed to have you at our event and feel that you aren't stable enough to complete the job we need from you. Please let me know when and how we can expect our refund, and we're requesting to be relieved from our contract fines. I'm gonna be completely honest, if I were that photographer, I'd just say no, tough luck sunshine, you ain't getting your money back. I also wonder in the contract if it said their deposit was non-refundable, because if it was, they ain't getting it back. I'm sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, the contract you signed states your deposit is non-refundable. I will email you a cancellation agreement shortly that will require your signature to forfeit your date. I wish you a lifetime of growth, and I would like to thank you for your donation to BLM. You will be hearing from our attorney. I just know for a fact that that last bit of their message really wound them up. I know for a fact they struggled to sleep that night. And yet again, get your attorney involved as much as you want. You signed a contract that said it was non-refundable. Tough, read your contracts. This bride expected gifts over $250, but it's okay because they'll be providing beer. Okay, so I don't know if it's just me. I've only been to one wedding. I never gave a gift, mainly because I was like a +1 of like my friend. I'm really bad whenever it comes to gifts. Like, trust me, I'm so bad at gifts. If you're friends with me, you will not be getting a birthday gift. You'll literally be getting £10 or £20. Like, I don't know what to buy you. Hey, if you weren't informed by blank, it's mine and blank's wedding next month. If you're buying us gifts, the requirement is to buy us gifts over $250 for either me or blank. So let me get this straight. You're inviting people to your wedding and you want gifts. Is that like a real thing? Like, I've never done that. I've only ever been to one wedding and I was a +1, but I didn't like buy a gift. And the gifts have to be over $250. That's like a lot of money. That's like a lot. What could you get for $250? I don't know, something nice. So what you're saying is that you want something over $250? Yeah, well then don't expect me coming. We have beer. Who cares if you've got beer? You ain't getting a bloody gift. Well, anyways, guys, that's really that video there. That is some entitled brides and grooms. I can also assure you most of these weddings were probably crap. Like, I'd be bored out of my mind. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see me look at more entitled brides and grooms, let me know, definitely will. This bigger scrub, and see you all tomorrow for another video.